Okay, guys, you're not going to believe this. I moved in, I'm on crutches, right? Because I broke my foot because of my dog, but I love my dog. It's a labor of love, so I'm going to elevate my foot while I do this. This is your Iraqi Dinar Intel summary. Fastest summary on the net and a labor of love for me because there was so much noise in the front during my live stream. You should check out my live stream, though. It had the bank stories live, and it also had some other stuff live, but I cannot believe all the noise comes as soon as I start recording. So I hope you can hear this. Holy, look, I only have so much energy today because I have this boot on and I've got dogs and I don't know what else to do. I don't know what else to do. You can't make this stuff up. This morning I named it Steven. Steven, if you know, you know. Comment down below. You know who Steven is if you were on my live stream. I'm going to put these noise canceling heads. I can't because I can't do this either. I can't because my computer will pick them up from my phone. I know it doesn't make any sense. Okay, so there was a lot of intel today. Probably the best part of my live stream this morning was the bank stories that were done on Frank 26's channel. And I don't have the link to that right now, but what it was is somebody went into a Chase Bank in Seattle, Washington, and they said it's very close to August 1st. And then she asked if they could do it there, and he said, no, you could do it at this area. So he told her where to go to get her currency verified. That was a really great story, and I did that this morning. And then there was all sorts of stuff that Iraq is in Geneva this week. That was Majid on X. Iraq's Ministry of Trade met with senior World Trade Organization officials in Geneva to review the advanced stages of Iraq's WTO ascension, coordinate technical files, and prepare for the fourth round of negotiations. At the WTO, officials praised Iraq's progress in completing technical and legislative requirements in meeting and reaffirmed their commitment to providing technical support through the remaining stages of the ascension process. Guys, that is the best. We've had so much breaking news. It's hard to summarize, but I'm doing my best, especially with a broken foot. Majid, the Prime Minister of Iraq, will be visiting the Monkeys family in Iran tomorrow, Thursday. Now, a lot of people have nobody's in at the top levels of our government that we know, unless I don't know Trump. I don't know if you do, but I think it could be, this is just in my opinion only, that Trump is using the new prime minister of Iraq to kind of be a mediator, because Iran is extremely fractured, 90 million people. Iraq has 45 to 47. I can't remember the census results. We went through that in November of 2024. Anybody remember the total number of population back then? When they had to do a detailed census in order to load everybody into their new system. That's the Iraqi banking system that's transparent, immutable, unhackable. They already have that banking system. They've had it for a couple years now. It is run by agentic AI. So if you think AI is the beast system, it might be. I said on my live stream this morning, you're already in the beast system. If you have debit cards, credit cards, mortgage, car loans, you're already in the beast system. Why do you care if the inner workings of the beast system changes? I'm just trying to make it clear for you why you need to nix the fear and stay in faith. That system is how you're getting your wealth transfer. Just like when the Israelites were enslaved in Egypt. This is our one chance to get out of debt, get the money working for us so that we can live the rest of our lives comfortably. I did talk about numbers. I said if it comes out at $4, because the Forex letter says 4.81, and you have, what did I say, 4 million? If you had 5 million, and it comes out, whatever, it ended up to be like $200,000 a year. Could you live on $200,000 a year? You have to get your money working for you and don't touch the nut, right? That's what you leave to your inheritance. That's a quick version of wealth planning. That's just a very, we're going to have experts come. If you become a member of my channel, you join the Zooms. It's every Sunday now at 4. We changed the time last week. It's because this is so close. Also, there's rumors that the Crypto Clarity Act has just 13 working days left and the countdown has begun. So we're thinking, but then other people are saying it's already done. The Clarity Act is how the cryptos live and breathe. That is part of this new system. They're eventual, right? They're stable coins. Iraq has their own. We study it. I didn't look at it today because there's too much else to look at. Paul White, Golden Eagle, TNT summary was everybody's excited. Out of a 1 to 10, they're a 12. They said the RV has been completed and released and the process is underway right now. The banks and the Federal Reserve are waiting for the email right now. They're waiting for some email, right, that tells them it's time to go, so it could happen anytime. I'm going to do a separate live stream today at 1 because my husband gets out at 2. So join us at 1 for any updates that come in between now and then. At the time of my recording this, I usually get this loaded around 11, but I had to take my dogs out and I'm on a crutches and a thing, so it took longer. So this is a little later than usual. But I'm sure you'll understand it for those of you who know me. So this is I covered the World Trade Organization. I'm the only one that talks about the new white paper that was created in December 21st of 2024. It was a new white paper that said this is coordinated political timing. The same thing with my Forex letter, which is in the other room. I've talked about it often. And then this was commentary, Senator Loomis, RV. The Great Reset is live. Breaking the Clarity Act hits the Senate floor for a markup on July 24th. This is the kill switch for the regulation by enforcement. The lines are being drawn. Guys, you decide. I think this is all good because we've got a good leadership. If you think the leadership is bad, you're welcome to express that in the comments. But I myself, just so you know where I'm coming from, because the world is very divided, left, right, whatever. I'm on the right side, even though I'm a registered Democrat. I am on the right side because I think that he's the best person to navigate us through these incredible waters. He saved us from BRICS, destroying the dollar. He saved the dollar. He's saving the balance sheet. You might not understand it, but if you subscribe, tap the bell, I think you'll get a different opinion. Again, I'm going to be live at 1, but you have to be subscribed with the bell tapped to all to be notified. Now we got Mark Z. We love Mark Z. He said, we are witnessing an unprecedented alignment of international interests focused on settling long-standing military and financial conflicts. This global push for disarmament and stabilization is a necessary precursor to economic reform. Iraq's central bank is currently leading a significant push towards digital payment transformation. They're already there. They've already transformed digital payments. They had the first stable coin that I had heard of. And then we didn't start getting stable coins until the Genius Act passed. And then they started getting their own stable coins. Iraq was first. With 48 million people, Iran has 90 million people, and Iraq is now the leader in that Middle East. And they're going to have the most valuable currency. Kuwait was 322 last time I checked. This is going to be 481. I believe it's going to come out at that. And then it's not going to be a managed float, in my opinion. It's going to be market forces are going to float it. We're a free market society. They're going to be too. It's going to be float freely, just like the Kuwait does. Please subscribe and tap the bell. Please subscribe and tap the bell. Iraq's central bank is leading a push towards digital transformation by engaging electronic payment firms and enforcing modern cross-border standards. Iraq is positioning its financial system to meet international compliance frameworks. It's a vital tool for preventing fraud and ensuring that large-scale currency exchanges can occur within a secure, transparent environment. This is Mark's words, not mine. The other words were mine. Drink of the bottle. Because, guys, I've been studying the system. It's been in place according to our Army Rangers that were on the ground in Iraq. Prior to September 2025, when they left, are in special operations right now, these systems were already in place. They were waiting for the American systems to catch up. You cannot understand how much Stephen, you'll know who Stephen is. He's a dark force, is on me today to keep me from giving you this good news. This is such good news, guys. It says Iraqi officials have established firm deadlines, most notably a September 30th backwall to corruption proxies and finalized fiscal reforms. Bruce says the latest information that we got is saying Thursday, that's today, that's why we're going to be live again at 1, because that's the only time I can go live again. Another source says he's getting that we will have new rates on Forex. Pray for us, because my husband and I are actively looking for a new house that's a lot quieter. Amen. Pray that we find one, because we have a contract on this house. And the days are short, right? Anyways, they're thinking that they have their rates reflected at the redemption centers this week. So everybody's thinking this week. Some people are thinking September is a back wall. What do you think? Comment down below. So it says, Mountain Goat, can the news get any better than getting the reinstatement is done? Folks, this visit by al-Zaidi to Washington is beginning to pay off for Iraq. President Trump has his eyes on Iraq and a plan to revolutionary their economy. This is not only for Iraq, but the entire Middle East. Iraq is going to play a major role in the plan. Now, I heard a short from Mike Barr in the middle of the night. Anybody sleeping? I'm not. The middle of the night, I heard a Mike Barr short that said, Trump, I don't know how he got that message, but Trump said, why the F isn't this done already? So I think, I'm just saying that was good news. And so anyways, what do you think? Comment down below. Do you like this summary? If you do, please put a positive comment down below, because your girl is struggling on crutches, a boot, a fractured foot, that it's going to be 6 to 8 weeks. I could fall into depression, but I just keep working. So pray for me. God bless.